Welcome my friends and welcome back. Last time out we took a dive into a game and its wonderful and mysterious world, but despite being given life by only a single man, skyrocketed to sell over 1.3 million copies amongst overwhelming praise, making a mockery of today's top developers that despite their endless resources and million-dollar budgets, still unfortunately frequently struggle to reach such heights to say the least. Following the journey of two unlikely heroes whilst uncovering the elements that make up such an indie sensation, and the highs and lows of life in the unforgiving desert, today we rejoin both Arthur and Skibbidy's adventures to uncover more of what makes up this beloved RPG, dealing with the hostile and volatile dangers of the land, making a new friend or two, and maybe even a chance at some much-deserved vengeance. My name's MitchManix, and this is part 2 of our journey into Kenshi. We rejoin our crew working diligently away at the Shinobi headquarters, after trekking across nearly the entire continent to hone their skills, putting the Shinobi clan's training equipment to good use, getting ready for the trials and conflicts ahead. Striking back at the Holy Nation for their tyranny will require everything they've got after all. The wounds caused by the shackles still stinging Arthur and Skibbidy's ankles with each step. With a hard day's training behind them, Arthur, Skibbity and new recruit Wee retire to one of Heft's watering holes to wind down for the night and soak in some local ambience.
Hello, sir. After traveling all of the land to see the mighty shinobi, one does work up a thirst.
Oh yeah, where did you come from?
We have come all the way from Squin.
From Squin? You do know you could have just, gone down the road to the hub to see the shinobi, right? It's like a 10-minute walk.
What?
The hub. They've got HQ in there as well, and it's just down the road.
Oh God, he's going to be so angry. I don't know what you're saying. Silly human, no, what are you saying? I don't understand a word. Silly human,
You there? I hear from a little birdie you're looking to take down the Holy Nation.
Yes, well, that's the idea.
Do you know, boy, how many times I've heard someone say that? To even begin, you must know what that entails. You would have to take down 3 of their highest-ranking officials. High Inquisitor Valenta, High Inquisitor Celta, and the High Lord Phoenix himself. Do you think your little ragtag bunch are up to such a task?
I do.
Well, then you must have some of the most fearsome warriors in the land.
Well, we very well may have.
No, silly human, I can't hear you.
Yes, well, sounds like it. Good luck to you. I have a feeling you're going to need it. I can only think of one other person that would be anywhere near crazy enough to take up that mantle. And they are, well, far from here. Thank God.
Wandering to turn in for the night after Skibbity in particular making a complete arse out of himself.
You are not a sheck, you are a pointy, nosy human.
Arthur could not help but ponder the words of the old man, and how, if at all, they stood a chance taking down the Holy Nation's leaders. A task that would have a great impact on the world, due to one of Kenshi's most immersive mechanics hidden under the surface. The world state system allows for players' actions to have large consequences within the game's world. Taking down the head of a tribe and leveling settlements will lead to other rival groups overthrowing their land and installing new regimes, with key players ranging from bandit leaders with a handful of scruffy scavengers, to holy lords perched atop a throne surrounded by their elite guard. Revenge would be a near impossible task, and would change the face of this land forever. But these 3 were just crazy enough to attempt it. Well, these 3, and this mysterious other the old man spoke of. With the morning came the time to put in place their next move. We, living up to her namesake once again, was tasked with whizzing across the land in search of this mysterious one mentioned the night before, whilst Arthur and Skibbity would turn their attention to both making some cats, as well as a name for themselves among the United Cities whose territory they resided, with, as it happens, there being quite conveniently a task suited to achieving both simultaneously. That being bounty hunting, but beginning first by getting some new gear, as wearing the armor picked up from their defeated foes was starting to bite back, with the occasional group recognizing the outfit and wanting revenge for their fallen comrades. After Skibbity putting together some cash, flexing some of the skills learned while enslaved by the Holy Nation in our previous episode, whilst Arthur attempted to figure out the advanced nuances of sleeping in a bed, The three finally had some passable equipment. Without a moment to lose, we headed out on her mission, and the lads headed across the local pubs and police stations to inquire and sift through the available bounties in the area, with nearly all appearing to be quite simply a little above their pay grade. But after taking what they had learned from the shinobi, and honing their skills in combat as well as sneaky sucker punching, even if they had to do it in their pants, like they had forgotten their kit for gym class, the two, after leaving the police station of Brink, settled on 2 bounties that they would take on to put their skills to the test, all the while having a sinking feeling that they had forgotten something. With the first on their hit list being Gutterhead, the leader of the scavengers currently operating out of an old control tower in the desert. Kenshi has a wide range of named NPCs inhabiting its lands, with unique dialogue and even some mini quest lines associated with them. Great for tracking down an individual with a particular skill set, as well as greatly enhancing the character and frequently humor of the game, with so many interesting individuals to meet, going along with the game's overall brilliantly written and well-crafted lore and dialogue, which as it happens was masterminded by the creator of the game, Chris Hunt's sister Natalie, making me wonder what exactly was in the water during their formative years in the Hunt household, and where I may be able to still get some. Gutterhead was firmly in our unlikely hero's crosshairs, so after a lot of training, the time was right to show the main players of the land that we meant business, making me wonder how Wee was doing on her mission to find that mysterious adventurer.
Is there anyone out here not naked and mental? Okay.
Arthur and Skibbity's mission got underway. Valiantly, the pair geared up and headed out to their target. Valiantly, they blasted through the desert towards the old control tower. Valiantly, they picked the lock and stormed the building. And valiantly, they ran away, flailing wildly after getting their asses completely handed to them. Licking their wounds, it struck them both that a full-on assault was not going to lead anywhere but an early grave. A more subtle plan was required, so after picking up some lighter gear and waiting till the darkness of night, they both headed out once more, carefully sneaking into the back of the compound. Gutterhead was surrounded by his lackeys in a 2-story compound swarming with bandits, and would take a healthy dose of cunning to capture. So Arthur began running through the plan, detailed to the letter to give them as strong a chance as possible, and most of all ensure that
Skippity! The gods!
And with that, the pair ran for their lives, with Arthur in particular once again in awe at Skibbity's ability to do something so useful, immediately followed by something incredibly stupid, something that unbeknownst to them all the way across the land, Wee was following suit with.
I don't suppose you're... Oh, this.
Spiky, nosy human.
With their captured bandit leader secured, they proudly marched back to Brink to hand in their bounty and collect their well-earned reward.
Oh, thank you for bringing that basket case. Oh, yes, we are funny round here.
I can't help but agree.
With deeper pockets, the group's gear options opened up, making sure to visit Brink's clothing store to finish off their gear sets. Kenshi has an interesting and detailed implementation of its gear system, with a breakdown of each section the item protects, stats for protecting against dangers of the land itself such as acid rain and sandstorms, as well as penalties to particular attributes, making choosing the right gear to couple with the character's build a must, while still having an element of vertical progression via the gear being obtainable in various levels of quality. With some new gear and overjoyed that their previous purchase of more sneaky-friendly gear paying off, the two wasted no time in moving out to snatch up their next bounty target, this time remembering to bring old Loader the pack mule, who had clearly been sorely missing the travelling experience. Our next destination would be the sleepy settlement of Morn, and the wanted criminal within, that according to her bounty poster is named Blue Eyes, a master of disguise, and has been swindling the masses out of countless caps, making me wonder if the pair were there to capture her or give her a high five. Scouring the settlement and uncovering some rather unexpected surprises.
What is this, the nightmare fuel room?
It seems like our target is a slippery one indeed, as the two struggle to track her down when...
Don't even think about it.
But the ruthless desert has no time for love at first sight today, as upon waiting for sundown, the pair creep into Blue Eye's quarters and surprisingly effectively claim their second bounty.
Girlfriend delivery?
That's not even funny.
And unfortunately, Blue Eyes was not the only one seeing stars while being attached to a painfully thin object. As while she searched the lands for this mysterious other and getting into the odd scuffle, we had been captured by cannibals and placed in what I imagined to be some sort of human larder.
Lame.
But then, as is so frequent with Kenshi, the situation developed, with an unknown warrior appearing and swinging wildly at the camp of cannibals. Taking the golden opportunity, we quickly picked the lock and her bindings and bolted to freedom, vowing to track down that warrior one day to thank them for their bravery.
Yeah, right.
Well, okay, then vowed to maybe give him a fist bump sometime.
Ha! Are you kidding me?
Fine. Vowed to do bugger all because fuck that guy.
You got it.
Returning to our dynamic duo, busy scuttling back across the desert in the dead of night, it wasn't long before they reached Brink once again, and returned to the police station yet again victorious to hand in their bounty.
Skibbity wait. I need to say goodbye.
What? Literally never seen you before in my life.
Oh, well, yes, that's a good point.
Arthur, you need to get out more. If you keep talking like that, it's going to be love at first bite.
It had been an incredibly successful pair of outings for the two, and filled with newly found courage and confidence. Both agreed that before the dismantling of the Holy Nation's top runners begins, to clear up some unfinished business. Barreling across the land, blood pumping and vengeance filling their hearts, not stopping for a second, fueled only by the burning desire to get back at those that had recently wronged them, all the way to the slave camp of rebirth once more.
Right, what's the plan?
Me? What? No, I thought you had something in mind.
Oh, don't tell me we ran all the way here for no reason.
Well, I won't tell you if you don't ask me. Wait. While we're here... Big thing!
Oh, what the hell?
If the one we're after is in there, they can keep him.
Their first week of freedom had been highly eventful to say the least, as the three gathered back at a local bar in Brink to catch up and reflect on their adventures so far.
Okay, I'll go first. We managed to get 2 bounties, which was good, while failing at other things. There was confusion, combat, and a little bit of love.
Not like that.
How about you, Wee?
I ran around the entire island, got chased by everything in it, and somehow got captured by cannibals.
And you're still here. That's a victory, right? Although it would have been nice to track down that mysterious warrior.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have arrived. Oh God, that's not who I think it is it?
Well, well, well. The plot thickens, and as with the first episode, there is just so much more to uncover with this RPG. So if you're interested in seeing more of our ragtag gang's journey for justice, let me know by dropping a like on the video. Either way, thank you so much for watching. I want to give a massive shout out to the channel members who have been supporting the channel. If you're interested in joining as a channel member for all sorts of perks, including exclusive videos, the info is down in the description. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Jesus, calm down! Oh dear Lord, what have I done?
Standing upon his steed like a Segne, the former being mostly due to his reputation of being slightly less than accurate with his spells for unknown reasons.